What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here today with a review for Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. This is Season 14, Episode 10, also known as the season finale of this season. And the episode's title was called Put a Ring on It. You guys have to say this has been a really great season. I do feel like the couples who went into boot camp and took boot camp seriously actually got something out of boot camp. And then there was, a couple that there were two couples who I felt probably didn't get anything out of it, and we'll discuss that in further detail. But also, you guys, I will be back for Marriage Bootcamp Reality Stars because I was looking at that before I came on camera. Actually, I was looking at that while the episode was on tonight, and I was like, I remembered that Hazel E, Birdie E, Toucan Sam, Miss Fowl. I remember that she and Shonda Denise, Willie Taylor's wife, got into a fight, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's that season at? And then also, I remember Phaedra and her new dude was on there, so I'm like, wait a minute, we're missing a lot. We're missing a season. But that season of Marriage Bootcamp will be coming on this July, around the time of my birthday. I hope this whole shit with Corona is over by the time of my birthday. But you guys, I will be back for that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into this episode review. All right, you guys. So before I actually start my review, I want to take a second because like I've said in the previous video, maybe like episode 2 or 3, I don't remember which one it was. But Chef Stu, he follows me on Instagram, and I joked about him being in my comment section a lot. But he reached out to me, we DM'd, we talked, and he sent me some things about him. I read some of them, but I can't remember I know he has you guys have to go check out his Instagram to see everything that he does. I will say one thing about Chef Stu's food: it looks absolutely delicious. I don't know where Chef Stu is located at. I think he's in California, but I'm not entirely sure. Stu, if you or your people watching this video, comment in the comment section where you're located at. If you guys want to check out his website, it is chefstu.com, so go check that out. And let's go ahead and just jump into this video. So the episode, this is the day of reckoning, basically. So, you guys remember, in the previous episode, Just Told the group about the lie detector test that there were 4 people who had deception in their lie detector results. And you also remember they went out the night before. They went out separately. The girls were with the girls, the guys were with the guys. So they came back home, and then the next morning they just having conversations with one another. The girls are talking about if they're going to give their guys rings or if they're going to get rings from their guys. Jocelyn is not quite sure if she's going to get a ring from Ballistic or if she's going to give him a ring. And the same has been said with Michelle and Stu. Now, Bianca, on the other hand, Bianca is more so worried about this whole damn lie detector test. It's almost as if Bianca didn't care about the whole, the rings part of it. It was just that she was focused on if the lie detector test results had deception or not. And we're going to get into that in just a little bit. Now, with the guys, they were asking Stu, is he going to give Michelle a ring? And Stu says what's going to be the deciding factor for him if he gives Michelle a ring is how the lie detector test results come out to be. So that is going to be what that's how he's going to make his decision. I'm like, wow. Well, I mean, I guess I understand that because his question for Michelle was, does Michelle have any, does Michelle love him or have any love for him? So, I mean, I guess that would be an indication, but you guys have been together for 10 months? So you guys are still basically in the infancy stage of your relationship, so I don't get it, but whatever. That's gonna be his deciding vote. If he gives her a ring, what the results say. So let's just move into the results, you guys. All right, you guys. So with the questions, I'm gonna have to go back and forth between last week and this week's episode to remember the questions. So the first couple up was CeeLo and Shani. So you guys remember Shani's question for CeeLo was, does he want to marry her? And his answer was yes. And it was revealed no deception there. And then CeeLo's question for Shanny, remember Judge Toller, she overruled his question that he asked and changed his question to say, um, if she really wants to be with him. And Shanny's answer was yes. And with that one, there was no deception detected with her. So then next up was Jocelyn and Ballistic Beats. So let's see, what was Jocelyn's? So Jocelyn's, oh yeah. So Jocelyn, the question Ballistic had for Jocelyn, you guys remember, they got into that huge fight last week. And they didn't have a question for each other, so Judge Tola came up with the questions for them. And the question for both of them, Jocelyn's question was, will she leave him? Yeah, will she leave him if he, okay, yeah, if he decides not to propose to her, will she leave him? You know, about her date of May 1st, I believe it was. And Jocelyn said yes, and no deception was detected there. So then Ballistics was, does he want to marry her? And Ballistic said yes, but there was a little bit of a smirk on Ballistic's face. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if I believe that. And Judge Toller says there was deception detected on the lie detector test. So next up is Michelle and Stu. So the question that Michelle had for Stu was he in love with her the first month that they were together? I believe that's what it was. Yeah, was he in love with her the first month they met? Stu said yes. Now, Judge Toller gives a result, and there was deception detected. And then Stu's question for Michelle was, do you really love me? And deception was, detected there. So there's 3 deceptions out of 4. So there's one more person that has some deception. So next up was Styles P and Ajawa. Now, Styles P's question for Ajawa was, does she hold him responsible for the death of their daughter? Ajawa said no. And, Judge Toller says, no deception detected. She says, of course, why would I blame you? So then, guys, remember, Ajawa's question was, did he have feelings for the woman that he cheated on her with? So Judge Toller says, you know what? I'm not going to read those results. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you this envelope that has the results in it. And if you want to read it, you read it. But we're not going to read. That's going to be up to you. So then next up was Bianca and Choses. So you guys remember, Bianca was overruled by Judge Tolan. But the question was he emotionally involved with someone other than Bianca? And his answer was yes. And Judge Tolan said, no deception detected. I'm like, wow. And she still got pregnant by him. Bianca's a beautiful young girl. And we say young, but Bianca is not that much younger than I am. I'm about to be 31 this year, and I believe Bianca's 28, 29 years old. So Bianca is not much younger than me, and it's just like, wow, you are making stupid mistakes. And I'm not saying having a baby is a mistake. I'm pretty sure she loves her son, but you could have had. Why would you get pregnant by this young boy? Because what chose is 22, 23. And even if you look at her Instagram, she's in Miami. I don't know. I think he's in New York. I'm not positive. But either way it goes, they're not together. And I'm just like, why would you put yourself in that situation? I just don't understand it. So then you guys remember, Chose's question for Bianca was Bianca pregnant by anybody else this year? And Judge Toller did the same thing to Choses that she did to Ajawa. She gave him an envelope. And, Choses decided not to open that envelope because, you guys remember, 4 people were deceptive in their lie detector test. 3 were already proven. And Choses didn't want to do that in case, I think Choses was looking out for Ajawa in the long run. Because he knew if he opened it and it said that it was, Bianca, there was no deception, then that would mean that Styles was lying to Ajawa. So I think that's what Choses was trying to do, protect Ajawa, but it didn't work out that way. So then Dr. Ish gives a couple, the ring boxes. And then Bianca, now this is where I have to say, Bianca looked really, really immature and really fucking stupid in this situation. So, Bianca is in her feelings about this whole lie detector test and the question that Chose is asked. I don't know what she was more so mad about. If it was the question that he asked or the fact that he said that, he's emotionally involved with another woman that is not her. I don't know which one she's mad about, but she's mad about something. So, she goes and tries to take the envelope out of his pocket and they get into a whole heated argument and a fight with each other. And somewhere along the way, the envelope did open, and mind you, neither one of them saw what the results said. And I'm just like, so what was the whole purpose of this fight? So Judge Toller and Dr. Ish pulled both Chose and Bianca to the side and have a conversation with them. And Judge Toller asked Bianca, like, why are you so upset? Like, you knew you weren't pregnant by somebody, right? She said, yeah, I know that. So what's the issue? And then, like I said, Dr. Ish is having a conversation with Chosen. Chosen's whole thing is the fact that Bianca has still not learned to keep her hands to her damn self. And that's a problem. I just didn't understand that. I didn't understand why she got so upset and heated. If you knew you were not pregnant by somebody else, what are you mad about? Yes, it might have been a dumb question to ask, but what are you so mad about? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, make it make sense, because I'm not understanding it. So Dr. Ish and Judge Tola go and they do, they talk to each other, and they say the same thing that although they've been there for 10 days, you can see a change in the other couples, but when it comes to Bianca and Chose's, those two are still at square one from when they came in on day one. So at this point, it is time for them to leave boot camp. And Dr. Ish goes and tells them that, and he tells Bianca that she needs some space from Chose's, and she gets mad. And I'm like, but you do, like, you don't see that y'all are in a toxic ass relationship, like, and now y'all about to add a child to the situation. It's gonna get 10 times worse. If you guys are fighting now, just imagine what's gonna be like when you add the child when your baby comes into the world. But I don't know what to say about those two, but let's move on. All right, you guys. So when it comes down to the boxes, I'm just gonna go in order of the couples and tell what happened with the couples. So first up was CeeLo and Shani. So they open up their boxes and both of them have a ring for the other. That's basically it for those two. Then Styles P and Aja will come out. So Styles P opens up his box. He has a ring for Aja, and Aja opens up her box. Her box, ladies and gentlemen, was empty, and he was like, damn, man, that's fucked up. She says, gotcha. I got my ring right here on the necklace. I was like, which I figured they would be together. I do want to say one thing about Aja before I close out with Aja. Her in that purple, was it purple, you guys? I think it was purple. Her in that dress, her skin tone, beautiful. She's a gorgeous woman. Wow, she's a gorgeous dark skinned woman. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Just gotta put that out there. Next up is Michelle and Stu. So Stu had a ring for Michelle, and I was thoroughly confused. Like, huh? You have a ring for her? Why? She says she's not in love with you. You two act like you have no chemistry with each other, but you have a ring for her. Michelle opens her box up. Michelle doesn't have a ring. I'm like, ha! Congratulations, you're not gonna be together. Oh, why did I say that? Michelle takes her ring out of her bra.
I brought my ring down. I actually didn't have it in here, but I changed my mind before I came down here, so now I'm giving it to Stu.
Me and Dr. Ish looked like, huh? Y'all ride off into the sunset. What the fuck ever. I was shocked at like Dr. Ish. Next up we got Jocelyn and Ballistic. So Jocelyn opens her box and she has a ring for Ballistic Beats. Ballistic opens up his box. It's empty. Jocelyn got pissed off. I'm like, oh. But I'm like, this is a setup. And he gets down on one knee and he asks her to marry him. I'm like, I knew that was what he was doing. So They're engaged. I don't, I keep hearing. When I did the interview at the Breakfast Club, they kept insinuated that she was. They kept, hinting at that she might be married, but I don't know, because on the show she said that they want to get married on the 25th of December. She may have had a courthouse wedding. I don't know, but I will say congratulations to Jocelyn, because Jocelyn, I have to say, I saw a big change in her personality overall. From when we first met her on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Jocelyn has done a complete 180. She's a different person than what she was when she, was on Love and Hip Hop. So yeah, that is it, you guys, for this season of Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. Like I said, we will be back in July for Marriage Bootcamp. My bad, you guys. Marriage Bootcamp Reality Stars, which we have some new couples, we have some fights. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, you guys. So, yeah. I don't think there's anything else for me to say. I know next week they're doing Secrets Revealed. I'm not talking about that. Not talking about it. But, yeah, you guys, I will see you guys in July for Marriage Bootcamp Reality Stars. So until then, you guys, be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and until the next one, you guys, peace out.